Terrifying news, 5090s and 5080s bricking, and the 5060 Ti and 5060 specs are confirmed, and we have an official release date for the RX 9000 series from AMD. So let's go ahead and check out today's video. Okay, what's up everybody, and welcome to today's video. We're going to start out with the 5090s and 5080 cards breaking. Root cause is still to be determined. There's already some things that you can do to kind of prevent this, like switching PCIe 5.0 to a 4.0. Some of it saying that that could work, and of course also drivers possibly being the issue. So luckily there is a possible fix, right, on what you can do here. You can choose to plug in your HDMI cable to like your motherboard if your CPU has like onboard graphics, or you can plug in, another GPU if you have a spare one. And then what you would do is uninstall the old driver, and then of course go back to a previous driver where the GPU could at least run on the 50 series. Now, I definitely feel bad for everybody who actually got their hands on one and is actually trying to use this. Obviously, I've already seen a bunch of scalpers and things like that in my area, up and down my area, selling 5080s for $2,000 to $2,500, and I've seen 5090s being resold for $35,000 to $4,000 on marketplace and OfferUp. So please don't buy these things. The only way we can do this, we'll probably start seeing them being returned to like your local Best Buys and back to Newegg here in the next 2 weeks to maybe even the next week, honestly. At least at Best Buys, because Best Buy's return policies aren't too long, but not to that point. But I'll leave this article down here so you guys can check it out for yourselves. And if you are on the 5090 or 5080, it would be a good idea to take a look at this stuff right here on the article and really dive in there, so you guys don't waste your money and or have to RMA these things and then wait 3 months to get one. But at least you have one, right? And you paid retail for it or whatever if you were lucky enough to get it. So, but most of this is showing it's from the 5090D. Most of it is, right? But obviously, with the GPU still being in the same family, you still want to be cautious on that. So, a little bit exciting here. We have 5070 Ti embargo details happening. Looks like it is now set to launch towards the end of the month on the 20th, but you already know scalpers are probably going to get this. So again, guys, please be patient. Just wait. $750 card. Hopefully this thing beats the 4080, right? 4080 Super. Because if it does beat the 4080 Super, check us out. Hear me out. If it does beat the 4080 Super, that means this card is literally a 5080 in disguise. Think about it. Think about it. Hang on. 16 gigs. 16 gigs on the 5080. Because a lot of videos out there already are saying that the 5080, there's going to be a 5080 Ti or 5080 Super or whatever. Because when you overclock the 5080s, right, people are getting over 3,000 megahertz in an overclock, and you're practically almost there to a 4090's performance, right? So hear me out. Hear me out. On shelf on the 20th, we'll have reviews on the 19th. $750. If it comes even near 5% of the 5080 and it beats the 4080 Super, oh my gosh. This would be the best bang for your buck that you can get, at least on Team Green, right? Now, if you decide to wait for the RX 9000 series, again, this is the downside of it. If you don't care for ray tracing, again, if you do not care for ray tracing, save yourself those few extra $100 or couple $100 and get yourself that AMD GPU or even a 7900 XTX. But for $750 right now, ooh, I'm so excited. Hopefully this card beats the 4080 Super and it comes close to that 5080 performance, because this thing will be the best thing that you could buy right now, right? So again, specs aren't too far. Look at the 5080 and 5070. Woohoo, buddy. This is going to be exciting. I have a feeling, guys, I have a feeling that 5070 might be the golden child here. And then AMD is really going to have a tough time trying to beat this GPU here if it really does perform faster than the 4080 Super and beats the 7900 XTX. That'll be a show for sure. So that's exciting. Look out for that. And then, of course, the most exciting stuff here for you guys who are wanting some entry-level 1080p, 1440p gaming stuff right here. Official specs have come out for the 5060 and 5060 Ti. I did make a video of this previously, right? Right now, this is on Video Cards' website, and again, I'll have links down below for you guys to read through this yourselves. You have a 8 gig variant as well as a 16 and 8 gig variant for the 5060 Ti. Looks like it's going to have GDDR7, right? So new memory, VRAM speed and things like that. So this is going to be interesting as well. If this GPU here beats out the 4070 Super, again, that's going to be another great card to buy. And honestly, if AMD cannot beat the 5070 with their 9070 XT or their 9070 non-XT, they are really going to have to beat them in pricing when it comes to these GPUs, right? Especially if the 50 series has a huge potential in overclocking performance in their low end. So we already know the 5090 can kind of overclock, but not as best as it can, like with the 5080. I have a feeling the 5070 Ti, 5070, as well as these lower end 5060 cards will be able to overclock with some decent performance bump, right? Again, speculations, nothing yet confirmed until we do some testing and other people do some testing, and maybe if I get lucky enough, I might be able to test these, but I would buy these on my own because I ain't that big yet. That means if you're new here, subscribe, and of course, liking this video will help my channel grow. So let's go ahead and move along here. We have 9070 XT news. So Lisa Su confirmed that early March will be the launch of these cards. The new cards are expected to be released on March 6th, which is about 3 weeks away. No, it's not 3 weeks away. About a month away, right? So here we are, finally getting an official release date, available March 6th, 2025. So I'll leave that link here down below for you guys, as well as we have confirmation from Frank Azor on his X stuff. So there you go. There you have it. This morning on February 5th is when he made that post. And of course, here we have another article from PC Games confirming that on the launch of the 9070 XT GPUs, of course, here, and a little bit more deep dive in the RDNA 4 lineup there. So here's a little bit more. I believe there is a keynote here that's going to be happening later towards the end of this month, right? That's going to be breaking down more of RDNA 4. So with that being said, that wraps everything up. So you guys know what it is. This is Red Zone signing off. Keeping it real, keeping it hot, and keeping it raw. Your normal 9 to 5 guy, bringing you some high quality content for you guys to enjoy. I'll see you guys on the next video. Deuces.